Tyler Hero, what a finisher he's becoming.
Lane, Oladipo, oh! That's right, you better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.
Gonna run it down, he goes with it. Adebayo for the win!
Pizza! A-tie down! Fuck is you talking about? Yeah! Welcome to the 5 Reasons Sports Post Game Show, aka the Post Up on 5R. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and I am joined today by my boy Gadiel Cartagena. And we got 4 of them things on here. Throw it out one time for the 4 members of the Cane Gang joining me. The chairman, brother Ricky J. Mark, my boys Kendall Threat and Brian all on this panel. Folks, we did what we were supposed to do. Y'all see the boy Ricky all dressed up. It was a damn show a business trip this night. The Heat came and blew that shit out the way that they were supposed to. Not too much talking. First half was what it was. Jimmy fucking Butler came up big in this game again. That boy got that dog in him. That's what I heard. But I ain't gonna do too much talking. I'm gonna let y'all boys go ahead and start this thing off. And we're gonna start with the one white man on the panel, Gadiel Cartagena.
Racist. Racism is crazy.
Oh wow, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. But listen, this is Royal. What do you say after every single game before we talk about the next game?
Huh? The boy feeling good?
The Heat are finna blow that shit out. What do they do tonight?
They blew that shit out.
Listen, that's all we wanted to see, right? And then we got some shit talking involved. We got PJ came out in the fourth quarter wearing black Air Force Ones. We got him telling Trey he's too little. We got Vic plus 28. Victor Oladipo continuing his excellence. You got Jimmy Butler looking like the only superstar in this series. And the Heat didn't even play perfect. Like, don't get it twisted. There is still another level for them to get to, but I've been waiting for a game where they don't shoot the ball well and they just dominate through and through. They're just a better team. And we got that tonight. Like, it didn't matter. We could have hit 0 threes. I'm not going to do the math on that because it's probably false. But fuck all that. We could have hit 0 threes tonight. We're still walking away from that building with a W because this team, like, when they lock in defensively like that with Victor Oladipo on the floor, and then in the second half, it was just one bad defender on the floor at all times. Maximum. That is the only amount that we're going to have. We're not going to have 2 bad defenders at once, and you saw a huge difference. Atlanta did not know what to do when they couldn't get the matchups they wanted. Spo was running circles around Nate McMillan. I can't wait to hear those Atlanta Hawks spaces, man. It was a really, really fun game to watch through and through. This is the type of win you wanted to see because the series, if Atlanta won tonight or if they kept it close, it would have been a little dicey. But nah, they asserted themselves tonight as the best team. That's what you wanted to see.
Yeah, part of the reason why Max was the only bad defender on the floor is because we saw Victor Oladipo tonight. And despite what he gave us offensively, that defensive floor was through the roof, and he was great on that side of the ball tonight. Of course, my man Threat was the one telling us that he wanted to see that. We're gonna hold off on you coming off and gloating again, telling us that you told us before. We're gonna wait on that. I want to thank my boy Just Tab for the 199. Don't know. He said grit and grind win today. Oh, for sure. For sure. Leo the Lion, thank you for the 499. Don't know. He said Jimmy one of them ones. No. On another note, Vic was a difference maker. More Vic, please. Jimmy is not one of those ones. Somebody said, who gave Royal a new hat? This is an old hat. I'm just wearing it for it tonight. Thank you, my boy James Todd, for the 20 bit bucks. Appreciate you, Kane. He said, these cocky Hawks fans really thought Capella was prime Shaq. Fuck out of here. Also, Jimmy is the best player in the series. Hey, man, somebody best player in the series got their ass tossed tonight. Only had 9 points out here. He not one of them ones, but he's been miles better than the lollipop. Go Heat. First show. Want to thank Kylo Beats for the $5. Don't know. He said, LOL. I knew it was over once we ran PJ post-ups and he was looking like prime Elijah one. Y'all saw the boy with the hook shots down there, man. Put some respect on PJ Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Tucker's name. Fuck is you talking about? Thank you, somebody, for the $5 dono. He said, Vic turned the game around. Heat down 6 with 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Vic comes in and plus 20 to close the quarter. Even when shot ain't hitting, the Vic D is there. That is a crazy bar that you just put out there.
That was
wow. Thank you.
It's not even 10 p.m. That's crazy.
For sure. You know, man, it was damn near porno what the Heat did to the Hawks tonight. So you might as well get a little freaky in the comments. Thank you, OG, for the 401. Don't know. He said, I got my top hat and monocle ready. Let's go. Let's play some Monopoly and get this money, bit dog. Brian, give me your thoughts on the game tonight.
I think that the Heat came in there and they beat a high school team. I mean, listen, the Hawks are. I've been saying it all season. Like, I don't like how they play. I know that Trey is a nuke offensively sometimes, but outside of that, he doesn't really do shit. I mean, I guess he's an eye passer despite the turnovers. But like, this game was basically what the Heat should have done last game. Like, this should have been the night that the series was over. I expected the Heat to come out here and fuck the Hawks. They did. It was great. Everybody's hyped about it. Yeah, man. Like, for me, this was what I expected. So outside of Bam playing like a pussy and Hero missing every shot he took, whatever. Like, I don't care. The Heat are just a better team ultimately, and I feel like that's what we saw. Like, even without Kyle Lowry, even having to sub in Victor Oladipo, who had only played 8 other NBA games this season, the Heat still blew that shit out. Like, it's over. Like, there's levels to like Kendall's name. Like, there's levels to this game, and there's a massive difference between the Heat and the Hawks, and we've seen that the whole series. So yeah, it's like this run of the mill is what we should expect.
My boy Brian, I feel like you're trying to tee me up, bro, because you talked about two guys. I'm trying to be positive tonight, but you talked about two guys, and y'all know one of them in particular. We talked about it after the game last time. I got that boy squared up in these sights, bro. But the Heat keep winning, and so I can't do what I'm supposed to do to him. But Threat, we're gonna let you get on the mic. Rock that thing one time. Tell me what you thought of the game tonight after I read these donos. Thank you, Dev J, for the $2 dono. He said VJ over Bam in the post. That's easy. We've been knew that. Thank you, Jay Takashi, for the $5 dono. He said, my team winning, good defense second half, but Jimmy Buckets killed it. Depot putting up defense, and above all else, put some respect on Heat Nation. Go, baby. Okay. Let's go. W Brody 55 for the $5 dono. Appreciate you, my boy. Or woman, or they, them. I don't know what you are, bro. You got an anime character as your avi. He said they had to give out Chick-fil-A because there wasn't no Hawks in the building. No, for sure. Somebody, thank you for the $2 dono. He said D for defense, yo. Where you all minds at?
What?
Bro, listen.
I don't know what that means.
Threat, get to talking, my boy, before they give me some more money. That boy said,
"Hey, listen up, man. We here, we here right now. Hey, pause before I say this. I need everybody to grab their lotion. We just watched Trey Young get worked on both ends, both ends. You know what I'm saying? It was nasty what we seen today. It was very, 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 very disgusting work. What we seen coming out of Atlanta. Let's go Heat chance. I mean, pack that whole franchise up. Send them on their way. We seen PJ Tucker looking like the dream. Trey too little. That's getting work. We saw it live. It was nasty, very filthy. We also seen Trey Young not be able to find his shot. He was put in a box, hell in a cell. It looked like a tables, ladders, and chairs match out there. I mean, it's very nasty what the Heat was doing out there. I mean, Victor Oladipo. I mean, did the boy not call this, man? Y'all call me a madman. You know I'm gonna talk my shit because y'all was on my ass, but I said it, motherfuckers, and I meant it. Pack Duncan ass up. We will not be seeing his services.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Don't worry.
Yo, that's
we
crazy,
will
bro.
get to that.
Yeah.
Just give it a little bit. Give it a little bit.
Victor Oladipo making me look like a mad genius out here. We saw him get 23 minutes. He got more minutes than Tyler Hero tonight, which is crazy. I love the energy. We did what we were supposed to see, man. This is how we get busy, man. This is how you take care of a franchise like the Atlanta Hawks. Like my man Kendall said, there's really levels to this shit. We are an elite franchise. We are one of them ones. This franchise is one of them ones. You hear me? So pack him, heat him 5, ho.
Fuck is you talking about? Yeah, I like these comments that be encouraging y'all to like this video. If you are not already subscribed to this network and you like the shit talking that we finna do to the Hawks fans after everybody speak their piece, then please make sure you leave a like on this video and make sure you subscribe to the 5 Reasons Sports Network. We here after every goddamn game, my dog, and y'all need to be here right with us. Oh, fuck you, boy. Get out my comments. Kendall, holla at these fools, bro.
I mean, they call the Atlanta Hawks, but you look at Trey head, it looks like a bird nest in there. They really the pigeons, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to playing basketball.
in the playoff stage against the Miami Heat. These are just warm-up games for us, and it was finally a get-right game for the team, you know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Gaz's dad, Ed Cartagena, said, "You guys are the best." Yes, sir. We did not need you to tell us. We already knew that, but we appreciate you building us up. But yeah, it's just levels to it, and we finally put our identity like on the game, kind of like we did in game one. But it just looked good to be able to do it without Kyle Lowry. You might as well call me the 72 Dolphins because the L ain't nothing that I'm ever gonna take. You know what I'm saying? I never lose and I don't miss. But yeah, man, it's levels to it. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't even clicking, like Gas said, it is another level that this team can get to. Because a couple players that we're gonna get to later, you know what I'm saying, they ain't all the way there, but we did what we had to do. Jimmy led the way, shout out to him. Is he one of them ones for putting up these type of performances against the Atlanta Pigeons? Absolutely not. But it's encouraging to see, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully don't run them down, but hey, and I just want to say shout out to Mr. Meat falling off the bone, Victor Oladipo. Quad was looking a little shaky for that man to go through what he did, and you know what I'm saying, and put this performance up like after like probably thinking he ain't gonna really have a role. Very encouraging. And like someone said, the shots didn't go, but you felt that boy presence. And can't say that for everybody, but you love to see it when you do.
Hey man, that is very true now. Listen, but for those of you who get offended by us saying that Jimmy is not one of them ones, this is nothing to get offended at, especially considering the way that this team is built. Jimmy can have one of those moments like he's had a couple of times.
He's got two of those moments this series. I'm just saying.
He got two of those moments this series. But the thing is, that's not really going to be required if we get what we're supposed to get from the rest of the people that's with him. Like, because we know that he's probably not going to be able to do this against some of the better defensive teams that we are going to see. But before we get into that, let's get to Dave Rutledge's 199. Don't appreciate you, bro. He said, block that Hawks fan, get him out of here. No, let him stay. Let him stay. Let him vibe. Let him learn how a post-game show is supposed to be held and ran and talked about. And then I can take some of that shit back there. Look at this. People seriously think Miami winning. Heat in 5, ho.
It's gonna be Heat. It's gonna be. They're gonna say Hawks in 7, and then after game 5, they're gonna say Hawks in 8, and then game 9. It's gonna keep going on and on, man.
They don't learn.
We'll get them next season. Thank you, Jose Lucas, for the $2 dono. He said Oladipo changed everything. You don't have to write that in all caps, bro. He didn't do that damn much. Thank you, somebody, for the $2 dono. He said, will Spo still give Vic minutes when Lowry comes back? I doubt it. But that's a conversation to be had because Gabe. Question mark? Thank you, Voodoo.
Question mark, Duncan, question mark, Caleb.
No, Duncan, exclamation point. It ain't a question no more. It's emphatic. It's emphatic. Like, it's there.
That I feel like we take it too long to get to that conversation, but we got to talk about the game. Thank you, Voodoo Visions, for the $9.99. Don't know. He said the Heat took over as soon as Vic took the floor. They never got close again. Y'all keep bringing up Vic with this money, and y'all gonna make me talk about that boy. But King Ricky, I want to get your thoughts in here. First time we seeing you for the playoffs, so welcome back, King. But yeah, I want to get your thoughts on tonight's game, bro.
Normally, whenever someone brings up ATL and the D, I always get a little worried because that city got a reputation, but that's another conversation altogether. This time around, I'm actually happy to see what happened tonight. I mean, you had Heat defense, Depot, and destruction in the second half. I mean, that's 3 Ds. I don't know if you need any more than that. Look, I think this Depot moment was a long time coming, primarily because, quite honestly, yeah. Matter of fact, there it is. There it is.
ATL, ho! ATL, ho! ATL, ho! Let's go.
ATL, ho! And now we blacked.
Decatur is not Atlanta.
Pretty much.
Blacked out.
Oh, Decatur. Yeah, nice. Well done. Look, but here's the thing. I mean, I've said since the start of this series that given what we've seen from this Heat team, those shots aren't always going to – oh, boy. Those shots aren't always going to fall. However, the most consistent thing that this Heat team can really focus on that could potentially get them as far as the Eastern Conference Finals and beyond is their defense. Their defense can be consistent even if those shots don't fall. And if their defense is consistent, an inferior team such as the Atlanta Hawks should wither away in the hot Miami sun. That's not something that Miami should be aware of as long as this Heat team's defense remains as intense as it has been for 3 of the last 4 games. I think, quite frankly, as long as that stays the way it is, this series should be Heat in 5 as I initially predicted. Now, moving forward, we'll have to see what happens because, look, the defense is great, and you're going to need offense. I'm sure we're going to talk about Bam and all these other people. But right now, I think Heat fans should be very proud of how consistent this D has been, particularly against Trae Young. Because Trae Young is the kind of guy, he starts hitting a few shots, he starts shimmying. Look, I saw it firsthand in last year's playoffs. I'm sure many people don't hesitate to remind me of this. But
we is not them.
Oh no, I know y'all. I know you're not.
We is not them.
No, the Heat not them. Who you talking about? That?
Well, no, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. And that's the thing.
Levels.
Trae Young has not faced a team that's this serious about the D. He can't handle the D. He's never been able to handle the D. And that's just the way it's got to be. Oh, that rhyme.
Thank you, Sal Soprano, for the $5 dono. He said, thanks for the great work and for the awesome content, guys. Appreciate you, my boy, for tuning in. He said, let's end this on Tuesday back in Miami. Oh, for sure. Now, we're not even going to – that's not even going to be a thing.
I just wanted to say real quick before that comment, it's Trae Young can't handle the D and his stroke is off. So, I mean, you got a combination of the two. It's crazy.
Matter of fact, he can't handle the D, and it might end up making him Poe. Wait, D? Poe? A bar? I'm a rapper now. Continue. Please. Right. Go ahead.
Nobody said solid once. That's crazy.
I'm gonna go home now. Fuck that.
Your mama already watching too, guys. Thank you, Chill Will _ by the way, for the $4.99 dono. He said, hear me, Butler, smoking on that tray pack. Best Heat channel on YouTube. Y'all killing that. Appreciate you, King, for the money and the comment and the love, as always. Thank you, Malcolm Fripp, for the $1.99 dono. He said Victor really changed the tone of the game for real. Yeah, we're gonna get the Depot in a second. Actually, we're gonna get the Depot next. Let's start with Jimmy though, because I think Jimmy was the offense tonight, essentially, bro. He was the engine, and then he was just doing it in several different ways, getting to the line, hit a few jumpers, but mainly doing what he's supposed to do, which is getting to the rim. So we're gonna have half of y'all talk about Jimmy, and then the other half we'll get into the Depot talk. So, Ricky, we'll start with you this time. You gonna start with Jimmy, bro. Talk about Jimmy's game tonight.
Okay. I'm personally glad that Jimmy Butler did not show me more of what, quite frankly, kind of ruined an otherwise forgettable second half for Miami on Friday. I think this is more like the Jimmy that you saw on Monday. I'm sorry, not Monday. Sorry, game 1, I meant to say. Game 1. And that is the Jimmy that makes teams think twice about facing this Heat team. That's the Jimmy Butler that makes this Heat team remind Heat fans of that bubble run. This is the Jimmy Butler that makes you think, we might actually have a chance at going to the finals this year, if not potentially winning the title. As long as Jimmy continues to play within himself and does what he's supposed to do, getting to the basket, being active on D, playing the passive lanes. Oh, there's that D reference again. Playing the passing lanes and reminding everybody what he was good at coming into this league, he's going to be fine. And this sounds like a broken record coming from me, and I apologize for that. But the reality is, as long as he is doing what he's supposed to be doing and not pretending to be someone he's not, as long as everybody else is, then hey, I wouldn't want to face this Heat team, and I've said this pretty consistently all season.
You gonna ride in Atlanta? Fuck Atlanta, bro. Brian, talk about Jimmy a little bit tonight, bro. What did you see from him?
It's all bullshit, Jimmy, honestly. Like, there's been a lot of times this season where I've been like, damn, Jimmy's playing like an asshole. Like, I saw a whole different Jimmy Butler. It's true, though. Like sometimes Jimmy but man, like I feel like Gaz said it best, where Jimmy's a star that has superstar moments, right? And this whole series has been filled with. Yeah, I believe you coined
Oh,
the phrase,
shit.
right? Yeah, I don't know. So I'm not trying
Maybe
to
I
take
did.
credit
I
for
don't
it,
know.
but
I heard it was going somewhere else. So
you think
I
so?
don't know. Yeah.
Listen, if you want to give up your phrase,
D.
but
Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
We got bars.
Fuck is you
yeah.
talking about?
See you, Gat.
I know, like rock your shit, bro. Like don't let some random dude steal your phrase. But yeah, this whole series from Jimmy has essentially been like superstar Jimmy. I don't think he should need to play out of his mind like this to beat the Atlanta Hawks. A couple other guys should probably be stepping up. But either way, I'm happy to have it. Like Jimmy's been playing great basketball in essentially like every facet of the game. Defense, offense, his shooting has been great. Like I getting to the rim. It's like I don't know. Like it's a Jimmy that I didn't expect to see ever, but I'm happy to have it. And I expect that in the game on Tuesday, he's probably going to give us a big game to close out the series.
Yeah, I'll be the third person to take Jimmy Butler. And I'll get you other three. You guys are going to take Victor Oladipo. But yeah, I'm going to talk about Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler proved tonight and throughout the course of this series that he's the best player in this series, not Trae Young. Like I don't give a fuck about what people say about Trae Young and how effective and how explosive he can be on offense. But Jimmy Butler is the best player in this series, and I think that's by far. So yeah, that's all he's proven, and he's just finding different ways to kind of get it done. Tonight he added 10 rebounds to the 36 points, just being an overall bully. But yeah, I fucks with it. So we're gonna start with the man who was the first on the Victor Oladipo should be playing train. My boy King Threat. Go ahead, bro. Talk about your man's tonight and what you think this means for him moving forward, because I think that's leading to a bigger conversation.
Man, major shout out to my dog Victor Oladipo. Got me out here looking like the genius I already knew I was, honestly. But you know what I'm saying? The playoffs roll around, everything that I say comes to fruition. What can I do, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm really what's the dude's name? Astronomist, whatever his name is. Yeah, whatever that white guy's name is. Whatever that white guy's name is, I'm him.
Astronomist.
I'm one
my
of them
God.
ones, whatever his name is. I don't
Okay, Threat. We can go with this. Threat Stradamus.
Hey, I'll take that. But shout out to Victor Oladipo, man, coming into the game, 15-0 run. It's not a coincidence, man. It's the Victor Oladipo effect, man. He brought defense tonight. He took a lot of the guys who were out there who were defensive liability. He took them off the court and inserted himself, and that's why things was rolling the way it was rolling. The dribble drive effect that he brought to the floor. I mean, the threat, even though he didn't knock down the shots, the threat of him knocking down the shots was there. I mean, you saw a little bit of burst every time he ran that pick and roll. So I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing. This could be a major development we have seen as long as Strus continues to knock down the shots like that in the starting lineup. And as long as we get consistent shooting from the rest of the guys, I really think we could be seeing a potential, you know what I'm saying, big deal going on right now. It is early. I do want to see what happens when Kyle Lowry comes rolling back around, but I'll take it for right now. Victor Oladipo is here, man, and I pray to God that he don't let this spot up. He's going to have next game to go ahead and do it again because I doubt Kyle Lowry plays. So take advantage of the minutes, do what you did tonight, just be a little bit more efficient offensively, and we good.
Kendall, read this comment for me, and then go ahead and give me your thoughts on what Victor Oladipo did tonight and what it could mean for us going forward. Kendall.
This dono right here?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Renette Blanc for the $4.99 dono. In all caps, they said Depot defense was superb. Close quote. Yeah, shout out to Depot, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been the main motherfucker on here, like, and I won't come off of it. I don't believe in him. You know what I'm saying? I just think it was too much, like, to really expect something from him, like, in terms of, like, what I think fans actually, like, had expected for him. Like, oh, Depot coming back. Like, when you say that, like, and you know who Depot is as a player, like, and who he's been, like, you kind of, I think fans kind of bloviated a little bit of, like, what to expect. So I definitely didn't expect that, but for him to come in, you know, on the road, like with Kyle Lowry down and take advantage of like an opportunity, it is promising to see. Because I do think we're gonna need his defense in the next series, because you know what I'm saying, when we play the Sixers, they was treating somebody like a turnstile. We'll be at 500 without him. He was getting treated like a turnstile. So, just to know that we got another capable defender in Victor Oladipo there, that's good to know. I don't think, like Threat said, that it will continue when Kyle Lowry comes back, just because, it's been kind of late, you know what I'm saying? So to expect Depot to get a consistent role in the playoffs. But I do think he jumped over someone in that rotation when it comes to minutes. And
talk about it.
My man Jose Matos was the first person I think he said, so he gonna get the credit for it. At 10:10 in the comments, he said Victor will take the Duncan minutes. And I also want to give a shout out to Daniel Rutledge for the $4.99 dono. Let's talk about Tyler, kind of a disappointment so far. Hey, man, since you asked, you will get it, you know what I'm saying? But just let us cook on Depot. He definitely jumped over Duncan, you know what I'm saying? We probably gonna get to him too, but it ain't nothing to go in twice on Duncan, you know what I'm saying? That's a specialty for me. Because, you know what I'm saying, switch that boy on the ISO and cook him, you know what I'm saying? So he get cooked up here, he get cooked on the court. And Depot should jump his ass in the fucking rotation, stuff his punk ass, big-headed ass in the locker. I don't want to see him for the rest of the year, if possible. Like, if we ever need any Duncan minutes, immediately give him to Victor Oladipo, man.
Nah, I think that's the way this conversation is going. So we're just gonna go ahead and take it there after my boy Gag get his shit off. But we want to thank Tano Upright for the $1.99. Don't know. He said Trae Young looks like a Roblox. Let's go eat. Thank you somebody for the $5 don't know. He said Miami gave up 35 points in the first 16 minutes of the game. Victor Oladipo checked in, and Atlanta scored just 51 throughout the rest of the game. That's a real big point. Like, his defense was superb tonight.
That Depot effect, baby.
Yeah, JKL the Smooth. Thank you for the $5 don't know, my boy. He said, I better not see Duncan get more minutes over Depot or Kayla for the rest of the playoffs. If he ain't getting shots up, no need for him to touch the court. Everybody giving money, and the conversation is going that way. And down B, thank you for the $5 don't know. He said, Depot speed still there. Squad of Mice Trey and Canelo later. He claps again tonight. Now,
wow.
Sure. But
wow, Canelo hitter. That's crazy.
That's true.
Okay, no. So listen, I think the pendulum might be swinging a little bit too far on a lot of people complaining about Duncan and this, that, and the other. Right? Listen, I love the way Depot played tonight. I think the energy that he's bringing was fantastic. It permeated throughout the roster. But instead of putting another person down, let's thank someone for what they've done. So, Roy, if you want to put that graphic up real quick, because we don't know. These minutes are not going to be a given. So we just want to say thank you to Duncan, because if he did play his last minutes in a Heat jersey, or his last minutes of these playoffs, or his last minutes of this series, we want to say thank you, because those 27 points from game 1 were truly unbelievable. Unbelievable. And we will not forget those. That got us started on the right foot. So as you see there, Duncan in the graphic flexing. Hashtag thank you, Duncan, the authentic Miami Heat jersey. Thank Duncan, okay? Appreciate him, because we don't know how many more minutes of his we're going to get. And since we're talking minutes, let's go ahead and get to culture minutes. Let's go ahead and get to culture minutes.
Look at that.
Come on now. Okay, as you already wait, take that comment down. Take that comment down. All right. So as you guys know, my favorite segment, culture minutes, and the first one of the playoffs, so this is very special to me. I almost got dressed up for it, but I think I'll save that for the gentleman's sweep. Anywho, this is a highly advanced analytic that shows how Heat players perform. Normally off the bench, but I wanted to give my dog PJ Tucker some credit, so he's in the graphic too. Okay, so first and foremost, we got hashtag thank you Duncan. Do not forget this motherfucker put up 27 points in the first game of this series and proceeded to do absolutely nothing after that. That is elite work to do, because we're not going to need him later on, maybe, but we needed him in game 1, so he got the job done. Game 2, Gabe Vincent. I want to talk about Gabe Vincent real quick. He's not the most intimidating looking dog, but he's still a dog. He has that dog in him. Very important, as you see. Very, very good performance from him tonight. He's 3rd on the culture minute scale. And we got PJ Tucker. Beware of dog. Come on now. That's not a chihuahua. That's a fucking pit bull in the paint. He saw Trae Young. He said, "Food." Ate that thing up. Come on now.
And his hairpiece.
Hey. All right, and you already know Victor Oladipo. I may or may not have made this graphic at halftime, but we got plus 20 in the first half after not playing for 3 games. Are you fucking kidding me? That is unbelievable, man. Victor Oladipo completely changed the game. I love Victor Oladipo. That's crazy. And, you know, I got on here at the last postgame show. I could barely hear. I could barely talk because I was in the stadium, right? And they kept screaming, I'm trying to go take a piss. ATL, ho. ATL, ho. And you hear it now. ATL, ho. ATL, ho. ATL, ho. ATL, ho. I can tell you, the MARTA sounds sad as fuck on the way home today. Everyone is pissed because they know they're not getting another basketball game in Atlanta this season. It was a great game, man. And that's tonight's Culture Minutes.
If you want to hear the longest ASMR video ever, it would be the Atlanta Hawks arena and them going home tonight, because them ATL hoes will sound like ASMR and it will put their ass to sleep.
I mean, they're probably on the highway driving with no music on, to be honest with you. That car is silent.
If it is some music, got some snapping in that bitch. But no. Gad, wonderful job as always with the Culture Minutes, bro.
Thank you.
You know what, though? That dog that you put up was pretty aggressive. And speaking of which, we want to thank the primary sponsor of the 5 Reasons Show. Yeah, and Aggressive Insurance.
That's right.
We want to thank the lovely Mr. Nut and the people over at Aggressive Insurance for sponsoring this show all year. So if you have any insurance needs, please make sure you visit www.insurancebylynette.com or give her a call at 954-581-8800. Thank you, Mr. Net. Thank you, Aggressive Insurance.
Love her.
Yes, for sure. One thing, Voodoo
hey,
Visions for the
Royal,
990. No, he said this deserves a don't know. Appreciate it. What's up, G?
Royal and Gad right now putting up a hell of a performance. Real Dwayne Wade and LeBron-esque that we seen in these final championships. I'm just here to hit my shots. I'm Mike Miller in this thing. I'm watching greatness right now, baby.
Hey man, listen, bro. You know what time it is. It's time to go to work, man. So thank you, James Time, for the $2 don't know. Oh, and he giving this money to Gad. Thank you, Gad. Take my money. Amazing work. Let me tell you, like I tell everybody else who gives specific don't knows out here.
Thank you for the 6 cents. I appreciate it.
We finna top that bitch up like
bust
dope.
that bitch down. It's getting stepped on.
And as soon as Ethan James Skolnick take the top off that bitch and whatever he leave us in the rest,
That
we
shit
finna break all
cut.
y'all. I'm telling you, bro. Bit baking soda. Fuck is you talking about? Thank you, Voodoo Vision,
Baking
for the
soda.
$199 or for the +1. Nah, but we've been kind of getting to this conversation a little bit, so let's kind of have it. Victor Oladipo's performance tonight kind of put Spo in kind of like a position to where he has to now he's going to be forced to play him next game, considering that we won't be playing Kyle Lowry. But we saw him play him instead of Duncan Robinson in the second half of this game, and it worked. Is that something that you guys expect to see moving forward, or do you guys expect some other type of shakeup? Brian, we're gonna start the conversation with you.
No, absolutely. Like at this point, Duncan isn't giving you anything. Yeah, there's always the potential of him getting hot from 3, but I'm saying the guy that I know is going to be a very, very good defender, a damn good facilitator, a guy that can get to the rim, shoot a little bit. Like Vic's free has been pretty decent this season, but yeah, like I just think that like the baseline of what Vic is going to give you on a nightly. God damn, it's dark in here, bro. I'm like,
Yeah, it is.
But
Yeah, Atlanta
I
Hawks
think
locker
that-
room right now, bro.
No, it's crazy. I don't even know what the fuck. All right, whatever. The baseline of what Vic is going to give you is going to be miles and miles better than where you're going to get from Duncan. And we saw it tonight. Like when you have multiple bad defenders on the floor, it doesn't really matter what they could potentially do on offense. They're going to get cooked every single time. But when you have Vic in there, you keep those guys off the court and you're good. It's not going to take a lot to beat the Atlanta Hawks, right? But if you have Duncan, you know, getting destroyed every single possession, you got Tyler Hero not doing shit on offense or defense at the same time, like it's bad. So honestly, like I'm not even giving it a second thought. I'm playing Vic, and it is what it is at this point.
Kendall, you've been the resident locker stuffer on the boy Sheen. So, is it time for one last stuffing in the locker and then closing the door, locking that bitch up? Has Victor Oladipo taken Duncan Robinson's minutes for the rest of the playoffs, in your opinion?
Absolutely, bro. Like, fuck the bullshit. Tired of, bro. I don't care what he get paid no more. I don't care what they got to make him look like. Y'all signed him, fuck it. Y'all kept him, fuck it. If you got to die by it, it is what it is. But I don't want to see that boy out there no more. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's garbage time. At this point, he under UD on the rotation. I want to see he under UD on the rotate. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to see Duncan out there at all, man. Like, boy, he ain't got it, man, and it's cool. Sometimes, shit just hits the fan, and you know what I'm saying? That fan then got hit so many times that it don't work. A couple of the fucking motherfucking things done broke. It's dusty as hell, and that's what Duncan is, you know what I'm saying? And he gonna be dusty in the locker because I'm stuffing his big-headed ass in there for the last time. It's Oladipo season, and I ain't even an Oladipo fan like that, you know what I'm saying? But I'd much rather see that boy on the court because, I mean, he can do other things, you know what I'm saying? And just having
good
that
basketball player.
Yes,
good basketball players make good things happen on the court. I think it's really that simple sometimes.
Yeah, bro, it is that simple. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes certain people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? They just, they scared to change. Some people scared to change, and that's fine. And they don't want to take chances. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But it takes guts to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, no, you did hit us with the Greg Sylvander bar.
Shout out to Greg Sylvander.
Guts.
Yeah, it takes guts. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh my god.
So you know what I'm saying? I know Spo got it. You know what I'm saying? Because that boy he liked that. So let's move on to Victor Oladipo and get Duncan up out of here.
I mean, at this point, what are you keeping Duncan on the court to do? Just to space the floor?
Talk to
Basically,
Imaginary spacing.
He's just decoration on the floor at this point. Real arts and crafts vibes.
Nah, he's just trying to hit a racial quota.
With Tyler,
arts and crafts.
Real arts and crafts vibes from Duncan Robinson.
With Tyler Hero not really playing with the ball in his hand, he's kind of taking up the role of the spacer off the bench. So it's kind of like there's no need to replicate that skill set. And then on top of that, you got some moments where him and Strus are playing together. There's no room to have all three of the white boys out there together. No. I'm with my boy Mike Jones. Hit that like button unless you're a Hawk fan. So if you don't hit the like button on this video, Mike Jones, that means you're up if you don't like this video. So and we will fire your ass up. Gadiel Cartagena, your boy in here. So we're gonna go to you next after you read his dono.
You already know what it is. HM, thank you for $5 dono. I hope you enjoyed the game half as much as we enjoyed it. Simple. Spo has to sit Duncan. Vic still has one of the quickest first steps in the game. That's a bar. His timing is still off, but he'll get it back. Let him cook. I mean,
hey.
Oh, he gave you another one.
He said, F that contract. It is what it is. Hashtag let Vic cook. Listen, I might retweet that hashtag because, as you guys know, I've been a big proponent of just playing good basketball players. And Duncan, he serves a role, right? That role has shrunk throughout the season. Oh, there we go. We got Sean in the comments. Let's go. Let me say this. Let me say this about Duncan because, I don't care so much about how he's played in the last few games. Honestly, I'm thankful that he did have that one good game in game one. It's just what he does isn't as much variety as what Victor Oladipo does. So there's a bunch of ways in which Vic can impact the game. And Duncan, when he's in, he needs to be shooting and he needs to be hitting. So he was hitting early on in the series, huge plus. We're almost never going to lose if Duncan's on. We all know that he's very valuable in that sense. But the role that he's been playing in a more limited role alongside Strus, or behind Strus, he's not taking as many shots. So there's a small sample size for him to be able to make an impact on the game. He played 9 minutes down and he got 1 3 in garbage time. He had one full stint without a 3. Ultimately, you need Duncan Robinson to shoot those threes for him to provide value. The spacing can only go so far if you're not actually creating offense either for others or for yourself. So, he's just Strus insurance at this point. There's nothing wrong with it depends on the way teams guard him. But at this point, the gravity is, Hero has it and Strus has it too to a certain extent.
Weightless.
But he's just Strus insurance. If Strus is off, go ahead and play him. But if Strus is on, Strus was off tonight. I still think he made a pretty okay impact on the game. He was 4 or 15 or something. But that's really just the role that it is. So if you need another guard that can ball handle and stuff, Victor Oladipo is the way to go. But Duncan, he'll make an impact some game later on in the playoffs, assuming this is a deep run.
Sean Rogers,
you're gonna need him at some point.
Sean Rogers, one of these days, make your way down to the basement, bro.
Hey, y'all! If y'all want to fight for civil rights, go to Twitter and report Sean Rochester for
Okay, Ricky, has Duncan seen his last minutes in the playoffs? Is it depot time?
You see, I'm a man of faith, so I've always believed in God my whole life. So it's going to be kind of awkward for me to say what I'm about to say. If there is a God, yes. It's weird because I know he's up there and I've seen him and blah, all stuff. Look, like we've been doing this song and dance for how long now? I mean, I even presented something a few weeks or months ago about how he doesn't really step up consistently in big games against good teams. He's not that guy. I mean, I could go on.
He's a role player. He's a role player. Victor Oladipo can be more than that. That's where we're at. Like,
but the thing is, honestly, at this point, I'm just gonna defer to Kendall's legendary 19 mil from a couple months ago. That
and I ain't gonna chill.
Fuck him.
The boy got bars. That boy got bars. King threat.
Oh, you want me to give an input on this?
Yeah.
Packing. Send his ass to Wandong and let his ass learn whatever language they speak out there. I don't give a damn what they speak
Mandarin.
out there.
Shanghai Sharks.
Hey, let him figure it out. I hope he got his passport ready. I hope he's got a tutor. Maybe download whatever. What's that thing called where they try to learn a different language? What's it called?
Rosetta Stone.
He better Rosetta Stone some shit and figure it out. Or, you know what I'm saying, he can take his ass to Utah and fit right in. But that's a topic for another day.
No, for sure, bro.
Oh no, they'll have to send salary back though. So
he definitely gonna pick Utah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Is that Trae Young?
Door to door talking about.
Is this Trae Young?
Is that Trae Young?
Fully Trae Young.
He got more hair. He got more hair.
I was about
He
to
looks
say
good. He looks good.
Hey, bro,
You look good.
I gotta burn the baby from time to time. You know what I'm saying?
Black fathers matter.
Oh, for sure. Now y'all know the boy gonna do that. Now, let's talk about PJ Tucker because I don't think we've given him his due. Because that boy was everything and everywhere. Gad, you seem to be the most excited, so I'll let you go first on PJ, bro. Listen, bro, after the All-Star break, we kind of shitted on him for the way that his shot had been going, the way that his play had declined. And god damn, bro, like that man has shown up in the playoff series, bro. Talk about PJ Tucker, bro.
Just like, what is there not to like about PJ? Like, he's the consummate Miami Heat player, right? Like, he's not the most talented. He's not this, that, and the other. But that man wins games in here. He wins games. He's not scared of anybody. He's willing to do anything that they need them to do on the court. And you add in the fact that Spo has helped him unlock some other facets to his game, some passing, some of that mid-post, mid-range game with the floater. And then he's getting the corner three pretty often. And now you see him calling for a mismatch on Trae Young, stuffing him in a fucking locker, scoring on him, and looking at the Atlanta crowd, putting his hand down on the ground, letting everyone know he's too little. He's too little. Like, PJ, the mental edge that he brings to this team is just unreal. And you see it all the time. Like, he's just willing to do whatever. There's not many 6'5", 250-pound, 37-year-olds that are willing to guard Trae Young on an ISO and then post him up on the other end and make him look silly on both sides of the floor. Like, what PJ is able to do is huge for this team because you need someone that can be that kind of dog on both ends that isn't Bam, that isn't Jimmy, that isn't Kyle, right? Like, you need someone that's just willing to do some dirty work. And PJ does that. Like, we're so lucky to have him. We've been saying it all year. And maybe, like, some confidence dwindled because he was playing really poorly for a certain stretch, at least offensively. Defensively, he's always been pretty solid. There's been some moments where there was some slippage. But PJ, man, like, he's going to win us playoff games in the future as well. And he's an X factor for this team, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I don't know how, if he has like 15 to 16 points, I don't see the Heat losing very often because that is just gravy. And he can do it in bunches, which is the craziest thing. So, love PJ, man. Like, there's nothing not to love with this guy. He just does everything we need him to do at all times.
Yeah, so my boy Kane Ricky just let us know that he got to go out there in these streets and use that JDMS. So we're going to throw it to him one more time. Talk about PJ Tucker before you slide, my boy.
So PJ Tucker, provided he stays healthy, which I'm sure we're all hoping and praying for. I've said in the past, and I'll say it again, this guy's going to win us a game or two, perhaps every round. That's just a product of the intangibles he brings to the game. It's more than just the occasional defensive rotation, the occasional post up, the occasional corner three, the occasional humiliation of a dirty lollipop. Like, these are all things that he brings to the table in a way that you need when you're trying to win a championship. He is the type of player that you need to have. It's not enough to just have a Jimmy. It's not enough to just have an aggressive Bam. It's not enough to just have a Tyler that's actually hitting shots and not, bricking everything in sight. PJ is the kind of guy who could sub in and give you potentially 16 extremely important points. We saw that throughout the regular season. We're seeing that in doses here in the playoffs. And if things work out the way they're supposed to, we're going to see it not only in Game 5 as the Heat close this series out against the Hawks. I think it's at home, but in the next round and then in the round after that. I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. I just really want PJ to stay healthy. That's the name of the game at this point. PJ is a professional at this point, and provided he's not melting down because he's not getting a foul call or two, hey, PJ is going to be huge for this Heat team, and I hope this team lasts long enough in the playoffs for us to really see what he's all about when it really comes down to it.
No, for sure. Wise words, my brother. We appreciate them as always. King Ricky, appreciate you, my boy. Stay straight out there in them streets, and don't be going out there messing around with another Tucker that we all know that you be fucking around with. The boy got producer powers too, so he can't combat himself. He's still in the background going on, and I don't give a fuck. You won't be back on this stream to say nothing. But when we send one king out, y'all know we bring another king in. So fly from the DMV. We got my boy.
The king of Newman with a max contract. I'm dead.
Hey, man. Hey, King.
You already.
Listen, man. We heard you doing some crazy things with that calculator, my boy. After what you seen tonight, man, what them numbers looking like over there for you, my boy?
Brick talk. Let me tell you.
DeMarco.
We ran the numbers. I don't know. I was looking at them Atlanta Hawks. I'm trying to find out who they was talking about we supposed to be scared of. I don't know. They said Hawks in 6 at the last game.
That's crazy.
That boy Julian Newman with a max contract had 9 points, and I'm trying to figure out. That's who we supposed.
That's the
Brick going way up. Brick going way up. We need 13 and 14 to step it up because y'all got me tight tonight. I'm pissed. Y'all are not getting no love from me. Y'all not getting acknowledged by y'all name. Y'all are employee 13 and employee 14 until further notice. I'm not playing no games with y'all. I'm not accepting it no more. I don't want to hear about what Bam do on defense. I don't want to hear about
DeMarco.
I don't want to hear about no Tyler Hero 6th man of the year. If anything, burn a trophy. That boy shot 1 for 8 tonight, guarded by Kevin Herter. Y'all are not doing that to me. I will not accept it. I'm pissed. I came in here with good energy, and then 13 or 14, they got spoke up into the ass. I don't know, and it changed me a little bit. Pissed me off. But regardless, the brick's still going up. We beat these boys by like 25, and Bam and Tyler still ain't show up. We still looking for them. They probably still in Miami. They ain't show up yet. Hopefully we see them in Game 5, because if they not there, oh, brother, the takes that are going to fly on the timeline, we packing everybody up. 55, 13, 14, 40. He can go to. I don't care. Everybody got to go. I'm pissed.
DeMarco.
Employee 13 and 14 got me
my
dead.
God.
Light him up, Kane. Light him up.
Said 40?
God.
40?
40 can go to. I don't care.
Oh my God.
I don't care.
Wow.
Everybody gotta
Dr.
go.
Spray.
Michael Regalado. Thank you for the $1.99. Don't know. He said, "Get mine." Stop this, bro. We're not talking about that, bro. Don't care. Thank you, Voodoo Vision, for the $4.99. Don't know. Price of the brick outrageous, but not through the roof until everybody hitting their shots. So we kind of coming around to it. So let's get into it. You know what I mean? The boy King Twan set us on the right path, so let's go ahead and follow his lead. Employee 13 and 14 have not shown up in this series, bro. And I go ahead and I put on the 14 jerseys. That's what this. I got a 13 back here too on the back of the sheet, but I might put both of them business on inside out. But goddamn, which one of them motherfuckers has been more disappointing? Brian, we're gonna start with you. 13 or 14, bro. Who are you expecting more? Who's delivered the least?
You know what? I'm gonna go 13. My boy soft serve.
Don DeMarco.
This man averaging like 10 points in the series where 4 games didn't have Clint Capella, bro. I don't even know how to express sure, you all talk about the defense, rebound, whatever. I don't care. This man legit looks at himself in the mirror every day and says, I'm a role player. Pass the ball to Max Strus. I don't know what to say. I don't get it. Like, Bam has the talent of so many top tier guys. He just decides not to do shit on one end of the court. Like, I don't know what to say. It's disappointing. Like, I'm hoping that he turns it around. I'm hoping that UD gets on his ass or whatever. But, there's nothing to say.
Only so much ass to get up in.
Thank you, Jose. Look at what a $2 dono. It said Debo to Miami. Heat going to the semis. Great week. Hey man, don't start spreading false propaganda.
Hey,
that's our job. We be throwing them terrible narratives right here. Let's go with you, Threat. Hey man, who's been more disappointing to you, bro?
Hey man, I'm gonna keep it a stacked bundle, man. I can't even sit here and sugarcoat it no longer, man. Employee 14 is letting me down, and he's letting the brand get cooked. A brand that I started from the ground up. I started the brand from the ground up, and he is self-sabotaging my brand that I built for him, brick by brick. You understand me? He's making me look like a slave. He is embarrassing me out here. I need him to step it up because I see Tyrese Maxey and Jordan Poole, who both are coming off bad games, by the way. I have seen both of them stunt in this playoffs, and I'm waiting for my Tyler Hero moment so I can talk shit to other fans on the timeline and bring out my I told you so's to other people. He's making the brand look bad, but remember, the brand don't take hits. We just pivot, baby. We just pivot because right now I had to pivot to the Oladipo move. So I'm hoping by the end of this series, we see a huge Tyler Hero game. But yeah, I'm mostly disappointed in him, man. He needs to bring the brand back, man, because it's cooked right now.
Kendall, who get the most smoke from you?
Boy, you gave me 2 options, that are more than deserving. But when it come down to the nitty gritty, one look like me and one don't. So you already know who's gonna get paid.
I already knew, man.
Tyler Hero, bring that ass here, boy, because you got the fan base at the palm of your hands, player. You supposed to be the one to get a bucket. And right now you struggling against the little right brother. He doing everything right against you, living up to his name. And you got on that Heat jersey putting the shame. Nah, man, Tyler got to step up, man. Like, he was supposed to be the bucket. I'm going to get into it. Fuck it. He's the guy that everybody say, no, we can't go get this guy for. We can't go get a Mitchell for. This is who y'all talked about. This is who we don't trade to go get a Harden for. You know what I'm saying? This is y'all guy. This is that guy. I'm not gonna get too deep in this game, but this is that guy that narrative is around. Hey, he don't do nothing supreme.
Somebody daddy said that without him we'd be
bro, I was just gonna get there. Somebody daddy stepped off the porch and said this team is around 500 when we was around 600 without him.
And it wasn't Ed Cartagena either.
It wasn't Gado, boy.
It wasn't Ed Cartagena either.
We're gonna make sure he don't get caught up in them charges.
For sure.
He might have been in the passenger seat, but he wasn't driving the car.
Saying
that boy was asleep.
Seatbelt on.
But hey, man, come on now. It's Tyler because he the one, he the one who got the stamp. He got Heat Nation stamp. Bam ain't a bucket. Bam ain't never been a bucket. Bam ain't never gonna be a bucket. Look at Anthony Davis. Look at Karl Anthony Towns. That's how them UK bigs get down. So accept it for what it is. But guess what? Bam could be here because Bam is the best defender in the league. So if I got to pick out a 1 or 2, you already know who I'm picking. Tyler Hero, tighten up, player, because you got a whole gang behind you, starting with my boy down there. So you better come with it, player, or if not, I will fire your ass up.
It ain't nothing for me to...
Voodoo boy, what you on? What you
Voodoo,
on?
you my dog. I
Yeah,
hate to see
Voodoo.
you go out like
Hey,
this.
we
You
used to
about
throw
get
them
passed
Z's
up,
up.
my boy.
But now we about to throw them Z's up because you
Voodoo,
put me
don't
to
do
sleep
this.
with that one.
Don't do this,
Don't
bro.
say that.
And
Don't say
Tyler
that,
defense
Voodoo.
Holland is worse.
You got good equity
Not only
over
with
here. Don't do that.
not only with the bad tape, but the misspelling in there too. Oh my, come on, Voodoo.
Hey, send that boy up to the executive floor.
Hey man, go. Yeah, that's what go holler at the higher ups for that.
Yeah.
Gadiel Cartagena, who's been more disappointed, man? Employee 13 or employee 14?
Don DeMarco. Listen, Kendall said it best. Bam has never been a bucket. We need buckets from him to get to where we want to go, but he's never been a bucket. That's never been his game, and he can do other things outside of that. Hero, on the other hand, he's supposed to be our bucket, and he's just not doing that right now. And Jimmy's holding the rope, right? Like, Jimmy's the one that's carrying. But we're getting, like, as we progress throughout these playoffs, you're going to need it from 14. So, employee number 14, your quarterly review will be coming soon. And if you do not pass by Tuesday evening at 11 p.m. sharp, there's going to be a conversation had because we're going to need something as soon as we see those dudes from Philly. Because if you've seen what Tyrese Maxey's doing, you can't look at that and not get a little jealous because we were on the clock and he was there. So it is what it is. I think both of these dudes are going to turn it around. I saw a little bit of something that I liked from in that second half from Bam, but obviously not as much as you want to see. But Hero has to turn it on, and the Atlanta is just having too much fun with him on the floor. I think he still has like a negative plus minus when he's been on the floor this series. That's an issue.
Worst on the team.
Yeah, like that's not all him. I'm not gonna blame it all on him, but like he just needs to be better. He needs to be better. The one 20-point game through 4 games that's not enough. You got to put in work. You have to score. I don't care if Deion Sanders is guarding you. I don't give a shit. Whoever's guarding you, you have to score. That is your job. Okay? So I think he's going to be fine, but there absolutely is a little bit of cause for concern. Like, you did not expect him to get out. You know what the craziest thing is? Kevin Huerter played 30 tonight. He went 1 of 7 from the field. He outscored Tyler Hero tonight with 4 points. That's crazy.
Man, TJ, you started us down this road, bro, but you ain't never tell us which one you was more disappointed in. Which one you got most smoke for tonight?
I mean, I can't put all the above, but I'm gonna go at 14. I ain't gonna hold you. You supposed to be somebody's 6th man of the year. We defended you against Kevin Love. You making John Hollinger look good, and anytime John Hollinger looks good at any point because of your play, I'm pissed. So you're not gonna do this to me, Tyler. You're not gonna embarrass me. You're not gonna embarrass this fan base. I'm gonna need you to play better. I'm gonna need you to step it up. You were getting good looks tonight, and you're just missing. I watched you early in the season shoot fadeaway jumpers in the corner, no problem, knock them down, talking hot, and now you can't get to the rim. You can't create no separation. You're getting hunted on defense. At least that was happening earlier, and you were scoring. At least you were scoring before. Now you're getting hunted and you ain't scoring. So what's the point of you being on the floor? It's bad when we gotta pray that Victor Oladipo with 1 leg looks good enough so that we are getting destroyed. And poor backpack Jimbo. He ain't supposed to be this guy. He ain't supposed to be doing all this. I feel for my boy. It's the first round against the Atlanta Hawks. If he has to do this against the Philadelphia 76ers, them boys in Miami is getting swept. I am not playing. Like, he needs everybody else. It's not a game. Before you step your game up, bro. You got to step your game up.
Okay, so we got another brown brother of another hue who gonna join us for right now. So my man couldn't produce tonight, but my boy Jonathan Robinson in the business of
From car.
You don't get no cane game symbols, Jonathan Robinson. You can have a cane game. You brown. You know what I'm saying?
I threw up half cane game. That's
okay, you're gonna have a cane game because you brown. So Ramakan, bro, where are you tonight, man? Looking like you coming from class or something, business seminar.
I mean,
Where you
whatever. I'm in my car right now.
No shit. Where are you at though? Like, why are you wearing a suit?
I mean, the fuck you think I'm gonna go if I'm gonna cover the game? You think I'm gonna go with a fucking t-shirt and some jeans?
That was a lob for you to tell people that you was covering the game, motherfucker.
He looking like Bam. He can't catch him. He
Yeah.
looking out of bounds.
No, but what did that shit look like in the arena for you, Jonathan?
Hey, well, I'm not gonna lie. When it first started off, it was a lot of Hawks fans. But you know what? When the game was done, the Miami Heat brought that smoke. We were getting "Let's Go Heat" chants. Fourth quarter on, there was a guy, and Manny Chang was at the game, and I saw Manny Chang at the game. He was wearing a Heat jersey, and he was arguing with some old white guy who was winding up the middle finger to him. I'll send you guys the video in the chat. Maybe we'll post it later. But yeah, it was a great game. Honestly, there was a Hawks, broadcaster or something next to me, and Ethan always says, be professional. So I was out there not cheering for my team, even though I was having a ball of a time. And all these Hawks fucking announcers are here yelling at the refs, complaining about shit. Like, dang, bro, can't even be professional. And then you wonder why your bum ass star player only has 9 points. But at the end of the day, it was a good ass game. It was a really good game. Miami came out with a really good defensive game plan. They controlled the pace all night long. Anytime Atlanta started to make a run, Miami started to change the game up. And I actually got to ask PJ, what did he feel differently happened this game versus last game? Because we had that similar situation in the third quarter, up 15, building that lead going into the fourth. He said tonight just the communication was better and they would feel like they were able to execute a little bit better. And it showed, right? It really showed that they were able to get everything done. Regardless of not getting anything from Bam, not getting anything from Tyler Hero, they were still able to pick up a really good win. So sure, we could be upset about not getting enough from Tyler and not getting enough from Bam. But I'm more just happy that we got enough from everybody else and we didn't have to have one of those games to get a win. We understandably so, we don't want to worry about the depth of this team, but the depth of this team makes it good. And I'm not going to, go too long because I feel like I'm starting to, resemble someone else. But yeah, it was a good game.
Don DeMarco.
Yo, everybody out here catching strays tonight on the post.
Oh my God. Ramakan, you missed it. UD caught a stray. UD.
Caught a stray.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Bro, listen, everybody out here catching strays on here. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, get your lotion ready.
Freaky deaky baby.
It's that time.
We don't speak freaky dicky.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody punani.
Man, telling you. All right, y'all. So we got game 5, apparently. That's gonna come up. But no, that shouldn't be a game at all. But we're gonna figure out how y'all boys feeling. Kendall, we're gonna start with you. The boy feeling good?
The boy is feeling amazing. You know what I'm saying? I done had me 2 beef empanadas during the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Got my little drink on. Then I got to hop on here and talk my shit. So, after that performance, it was what it was. It levels. You know what I'm saying? Barto's in the building, and they throwing them bolts and them nuts and bolts. So if you got it, go. Hey, if you know me, go spin it.
They slinging them gigabytes at you, boy.
Hey, they throwing them terabytes like it ain't nothing.
Fuck is you talking about?
Selling it like they on Collins, bitch. But nah, the Heat finna close them. They finna put them boys in the dirt. I don't know if y'all boys remember that Super Nintendo game we used to shoot the little ducks and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Duck
they finna be hawk hunting. They finna be hawk hunting.
For sure. Threat, the boy feeling good?
The boy feeling amazing. We're gonna close this series out. ATL, pack all that shit up. I don't want to ever hear none of that other shit ever again. All that shit is trash. fuck ATL Hawks, fuck ATL Falcons, fuck anything that's related to Atlanta and the
Fuck
Bird
them
at this
franchise
point.
boys. Fuck
Fuck all that
Outkast.
shit.
Fuck Goody Mob.
Hey,
fuck
fuck Outkast.
Sierra.
Hey,
Fuck
fuck all
Bro.
2
fuck
Chainz.
Magic
Damn,
City.
everybody
Fuck
catches
Juice
Fuck
WRLD.
I-20.
Fuck
Fuck
T.I.
Westbrook.
Fuck the
all
movie
that.
ATL.
Fuck
Fuck Nunu.
crazy.
Migos.
Fuck
Fuck
these
Offset. Fuck Takeoff. Fuck
all that.
All right, hold
Quavo.
Heat and
No,
Five.
take off like
Fuck
that.
Big Lotto.
Yeah, Heat and 5, easy work, man. This is what we're gonna do. I want it to be a close game so we can break their hearts at the buzzer. And you know what I'm saying? That's all I want, man. Please, Heat and 5.
For sure. Ramla Khan, the boy feeling good?
The boy feeling phenomenal, man. After what I saw tonight, the defense is there, right? We can't rely on the offense all night long, but I feel like defensively we can rely on that. We got a couple of guys that can control the pace. This team knows where it's going. Right now, it seems to the second round, and we'll see where we go from there.
Brian, the boy feeling good?
The boy feeling great. I'm not gonna say all that fuck Atlanta shit. I'm trying to visit at least one time in my life, but
Fuck it.
but yeah, no, like I think that the Hawks are gonna check out next game. They don't want to be there. They really don't want to be there. So it's gonna be a blowout. We're good. On to the next.
For sure. TJ, the boy feeling good?
Hey, man, it's the Atlanta Hawks. The boy always feeling good. We ain't stressing over these, boys. We just trying to get this series done. Hopefully, Toronto get a dub so we can stretch that series a little bit longer before we got to see them boys with the 76ers. Hopefully, 14 or 13 can get that act together so we can actually feel good about going up against the 76ers. But other than that, yeah, the boy feeling lovely. Heat and Fire, we ready to get the series done.
Yeah, hey, that boy one of the coldest rappers of all time. Fuck him. Fuck is you talking about? So, Gad's Avatar. Is the boy feeling good?
Listen, you already know I told you last time that I was on here and I was actually in Orlando. I had the broom up in the background.
For sure.
And you know what? I realized that was disrespectful. So after my time in Atlanta, I decided you got to get dressed up. The gentleman's suite, baby.
Hey, I need y'all to clip that.
Let's go. You already know what's going to happen, world. The boy is feeling fantastic. There's no question, okay? You know what's going to happen. Tyler Hero coming back to Miami is going to put up a crisp 18 points, and we are going to win the game, okay? Clint Capella back. You can bring Dominique Wilkins back. I don't give a flying fuck, okay? Heat in 5, it was written in stone, okay? We had to give them one game, give them 1 point. You already know what it is. We're moving on to round 2, baby. Let's go. Gentleman's sweep. Gentleman's sweep. We had to do it to him. We had to.
Yes, sir. The Heat about to blast it out. Fuck is you talking about? Look, I had smoke for Tyler Hero, but I guess they wanted to give him one more game to redeem himself in this round. Otherwise, I'm taking that bitch head off next game. I wanted to get in on that Bam versus Tyler Hero conversation so bad, Kendall. I thought you were just going to go ahead and do what you said in the private chat. But, boy, listen, Tyler Hero got something coming from me if this motherfucker don't turn in a game against the Atlanta Hawks, because this shit's not getting any easier. However, I believe it's going to be the motherfucking game that he going to do it. Get back to Miami, get the feeling good, get this last little pre-playoff warm-up game out the way before, not the bar. Can you feel the heat down in your soul? Bro, don't get me started, bro. That's an anthem there, bro. But nah, Miami by 40. Fuck is you talking about? They been the biggest statement game. They get ready for Philly, I guess, after Philly lose another game.
Well, Doc Rivers is up 3-1 right now, so we might get Toronto.
You know what I'm saying?
As Kendall likes to say, if we're keeping it a bean here, we might get Toronto.
I got to bet against Hero again. Listen, bro. I've been on the Tyler Hero train all year. That's why I ain't, you know what I mean, all the way out the deep end. But I want to see that regular season shit in the playoffs, and I have not. That's just the real. I have not seen that shit. I got smoke for boy, but you know what I mean? In the spirit of trying to keep, the charade up, I'm going to go ahead and let them go ahead and have it, bro. So, fuck it. Christian Cardus, thank you for the $4.99. Don't know. He said, how many licks you got to hit to get to the Tootsie Roll Center Trey? Yo, Tootsie Pop self. Let's find out. A 1, a 2, a 3 Cancun, man. Fuck it, you talking about. Shout out for the buzzer beater comment from my man Christian Cardus. But Thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to everybody who joined the panel. My man Gadiel Cartagena, Jonathan Romlicon live from Arena, and all of the beautiful Kings who got on here. First of all, my man Ricky J. Mark who had to get out here. My man Kendall Threat, Brian, and TJ jumping in here after Kendall left. We're going to see y'all last after we wrap this shit up on Tuesday. So, yeah, that's about it. Play the video. What the fuck is going on?
Boy, don't you ever get me and Ricky J. Mark mixed up. Because I ain't leave.
What you? I didn't say you left it.
You said after Kendall left, tumbleweed head ass nigga.
It's the fro. It's the fro. It's the fro, I swear.
It's the hat being on for it. I'm a little hot, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I got this weak ass jersey on, so that shit got these lights. No, Jonathan, you in the car. Play the video, me.
Jimmy Buckets. Clutch time.
Tyler Hero, what a finisher he's become.
Lane, Oladipo. Oh, that's right. You better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.